Good morning. Today we're doing a little competition to see who's got the best drums.
Let's get ready to rumble!
So I'm going to be doing a little comparison test between Yamaha Pearl and System Blue drums, because those are the ones that I can get access to easily. But if some of you guys want to send me a set of Tamas and Mapex and Dynasty, and I think Ludwig is making a comeback now, but yeah, if any of you guys want to send me those drums, I'll redo this video. And I'm just going to be doing the marching tenor drums for this test because, one, I don't have access to snares, basses, and drum kits for all three companies. And two, I think tenors are probably the most fair way to judge this because there's a billion ways you can tune a snare drum or a bass drum or a drum set and different muffling techniques. But for the tenors, the only real way to tune is just the pitch difference, higher or lower, and different heads. So yeah, pretty much with tenors, you get what you get with the company. So in order for this test to be 100% fair, I would need all brand new drums from all three companies, which I don't have. But once again, if any of you guys want to send me some brand new drums, I will gladly redo this test. And I would also need brand new heads for each drum, but I don't have that either. But if any of you guys want to send me some brand new heads, I'll redo the test. And I'd also need the same head for each drum, which don't have that. But if any of you guys want to send me the same head, and I'll also need to play on all three drums in the same place, which I will be doing. I got them all right here. And I'll need to play the same thing on them, which I'll be doing. At the same tempo, I will also be doing that with an in-ear click. And played with the same sticks, which I will be doing that as well. And by the same person, which is going to be me, all three times. And recorded with the same gear, which I'm going to be using my Blue Snowball mic with a Napoleon Dynamite wig to block the wind. All that will be the same. So I think this test is about 69% fair, given the circumstances. And hey, that's a solid D, which is a passing grade in most classes. And the D is good enough for me. Wait. Okay, so I'm going to talk about all the drums I'm going to be using. So this is a set of Pearl carbon core drums. These are the drums that we use in the Commandant's Own. They're about 2.5 years old. These drums get used very frequently, like every single workday we're in there playing on them. But we do take very good care of them, and we use hard cases when they're traveling across the country or out of the country. Normally we use just a 5-drum setup with one single Gok drum in the middle, but I was able to acquire an 8-inch drum, which this one's actually not a Pearl carbon core drum. This is a Pearl Championship drum, so that one's a little bit different than the other ones. And also this back bar is not on completely correctly. There's some screws missing. So that's why the drum angles are a little jacked up. Don't blame Pearl for that. That's my fault for not having the screws. But it's good enough to play on for this test. And plus I gotta put that other back bar on right after this video, so I don't really care enough about getting it set up perfectly. But I did want to use all the same drum sizes. We got 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 for all three drums, just to get a complete fair comparison between all of the drums. The heads we're using right now are the Remo Suedes, and we changed these heads right before PASIC in November. So yeah, they've gotten a lot of use after that. Like I said, we play on them every day. So a little bit used, not too bad though. They still sound pretty good. I just tuned them now. But the 8-inch Spock, this one is an Evans clear head, and I have no idea how long that's been on there, but it sounds good to me. So I think it'll be fair for this test. This next fine specimen is the System Blue drums, which these drums are pretty new on the market. I think they've just been around for like 1 or 2 years. And this set here is brand spanking new. So it's got a little bit of advantage over the rest of the sets because, you know, we just got it this week and it's never been used. And these drums are designed for lighter weight overall. You can see there's all sorts of different looking hardware on here, and that's to make it more lightweight and easy to march around with and not kill your backs after just 5 minutes of wearing the drums. And the heads I have on here are the Emperor Suedes, just like the Pearl drums, but these are brand new heads, just put them on a few days ago, got them all cranked up and tuned nice and good. So yeah, these drums have a little bit of advantage just because they're new and have new heads on. And the last set I have here is the Yamaha Field Core series, which these drums are pretty old. I've had them since 2008. They're my personal drums, my babies. And the 8-inch Spock is a little bit younger than the rest of the drums. I think I got it in 2011. I upgraded from the double sixes to the 6/8 combo because got that beef in there. Everyone wants more beef. And I actually have pearl rims on, not the Spocks, the other drums, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's because the Yamaha rims ended up warping after like a couple of years. And yeah, I like the pearl rims a little bit better than the Yamaha rims because they curve in an outward manner from where the head is. That way, when you're doing sweeps, there's a little bit more room for error than if the rims were curving in. But I don't think that affects the sound of the drums at all because, I mean, the rim does the same thing that any rim would, just push the head down. So this should be fine. And the heads I have on here are the Remo pinstripe heads. Except for the 6-inch Spock, I got an Emperor head on there. And I changed these heads when I did my Peanuts video breakdown. I think that was in October. But I've only played on them like 4 or 5 times since then, so the heads are pretty much new, just slightly used. Okay, so first thing we're doing is some weigh-ins for each drum. And normally I would say a little bit of curviness is okay, but us quad drummers like them rail thin, no extra baggage. And for this I took off all of the stick bags and covers, so all the drums are completely naked. And just so you guys know, the Pearl drums, they have drum slips on them, which I don't think that's gonna add any extra weight. They're really, really not heavy at all. It's pretty much paper, so I don't think that'll affect it. And also the Yamaha drums don't have, like you can see here, these have these little protectors for the wood on the end, and the Yamaha drums don't have them. The System Blue drums have them, and the Pearl drums do. Which that might be like 0.1 or 0.2 pounds extra, but we're just gonna go as is without caring about that stuff. That's pretty minor. So first, I'm gonna do a little test. I wanna see how much this Spock drum weighs without the rim or the head on. It should probably be super light, but let's find out. All right, we got, looks like it's like alternating a lot. Like 1.8 to 2, I guess that's 1.9. I can't figure it out, probably because it's so light. Okay, first up, we're gonna do the Pearl drums. Sorry. We got 38 pounds. Let me just prove, all right, these are completely off the ground. As you can see, all the drum weight is on the scale. Next is Yamaha. Wow, that's pretty significant. 29.6. Yeah, wow, it's quite a lot lighter. Very interesting. All right, and the last one is the System Blue. I'm actually really excited for this one because these are supposedly new and lightweight, so let's find out. Well, let's get the scale turned on first. All right, there we go. System Blue weighing in at, wow, really? 35 pounds. Damn, those Yamahas are way lighter. Hold on, I'm gonna double check all this a second time to make sure. Yep, 38. 29.6. Yep, 35. So yeah, if you're trying to save your backs, then hey, go Yamaha. Because yeah, the System Blue is supposed to be the lightest one, but they're definitely not, according to the facts. Alright, so first I'm going to do from 10 yards away, and this would be about as far as you would sit if you were watching an in-the-lot performance, or if there's on-the-field judges. They're still doing that, I don't know, but if they are, then they'll be about that far away too. So the exercise I'm going to play is going to be something at 3 inches for a little bit, then 12 inches, and then 15-inch rim shots. I'm going to go from each drum to the next one, so you can hear every single drum in comparison with the other one. And then after that, I'm going to do a lick on all the drums. So here we go. so here's part 2 of this video. I will be recording from my second story room. You can see the drums out there. Looks like nobody tried to steal them in my 30-second walk from the field to the room. And this is the one time where I wish that I lived on the 5th floor, because that would be more realistic for like a press box in a drum corps stadium. But I think this is good enough for experimental purposes. This is about as high as like a small high school stadium press box would be. So I got the drums, they're all at midfield, which is probably about where they would be for most shows. So this will be a good way to test how they sound from in the audience or in the press box. So leave a comment and let me know what drums you thought sounded the best. I am completely unbiased and willing to hear anything because I'm not sponsored by any of these drum companies. Not yet. I'm looking at you, those 7 drum companies I mentioned earlier in the video. And also make sure you subscribe to my channel, EMCProductions, and click that Liberty bell. That way you get notified immediately when I post a new video. And considering buying a custom t-shirt, such as this one, I'll leave the link in the description. And have a good morning.